FlossTube. I'm Micah, the ADHD Stitcher, and this is FlossTube number 12, I think. If I'm wrong, I'll put it in the screen here. Today is, well, I'm recording on December 23rd, 2021. And this will probably be posted tomorrow, so it will be Christmas Eve. So Merry Christmas, everyone. I hope that you are having, I'm sorry, camera shaking. The cat jumped on the table. That's how we do. I hope everybody's having a great Christmas season and things are going well for you. And for those who have a hard time this time of year, you know, I'm thinking about you, whether it be just mental health struggles or, you know, loved ones that won't be at Christmas gatherings this year, losses you've had throughout the year. I know this is and not just this year, but, you know, I know that grief is very hard this time of year. So, I'm thinking about you if it's a hard time. First, I want to say thank you to all my new subscribers. We will get to where that bump came from in a few minutes. I do have now over 400 subscribers, and thank you. That's exciting that 400 of y'all want to hang out. And to those who have been around for a while, thank you for continuing to support me. You know, I recognize those names when I see them pop up in the comments often, and I'm thankful for you. To all the new subscribers or people who might be watching this video for the first time, welcome. Hi, I'm Micah. Hang out. Let's have fun. Thank you for stopping by and checking out the channel and hanging out for a little while. If you are new, I'm called the ADHD Stitcher because I do have ADHD, which will be apparent in these videos. Speaking of which, I gotta go get my cat out of this bag because that rattling is gonna drive me insane. Hold please. Okay, so I have ADHD. Sometimes we talk about that here and talk about different things related to ADHD. And of course, the main focus is cross-stitch. I do also do some crochet, although I haven't in quite some time. And, you know, I'm sure other things work their way in there here and there. But I am sorry that I took a while to get another video out again. After the last video, I fully intended to put out another one after a week. But as you've probably seen in news, there were a lot of tornadoes that came through a couple weekends ago on a Friday night, and they did come through this area, but our community is fine. We didn't have any issues, but some communities not far from here did. A couple of towns where relatives live, or the town my sister-in-law lives in, had some loss. A gas station. It was so weird because we drove past it today. It's just like, you don't really see storm damage. Oh, there's a little bit. Gas station gone. A little bit of storm damage, none. It's so crazy. And then the town my husband grew up in, which is a very small town, actually got hit pretty hard. You don't really see it in the news because it's such a tiny town, but they think it was an EF4 that hit them. So lots of family friends of theirs have damage, roofs gone, things like that. One family friend had a fifth wheel trailer behind their house, like a camper, I think. camper or a trailer. I'm guessing like a camper. It was behind the house before the storms. After the storms, it was just not there. They don't know where it went. We still don't know if they ever did find it. My sister-in-law's house, they had some crazy winds when the tornado was coming through, and it blew their trampoline into their house and broke some of their siding, but otherwise they were good. So in our area, thankfully, everybody was okay. But you know, people in Kentucky did not do so well. It was so sad to see, heartbreaking to see, and for those who were in those areas that were devastated, I am so sorry. You're in my prayers. I know there have been a lot of people doing a lot of different things and a lot of good to help people still be able to have a good Christmas even though they've lost a lot. I know some friends here in town that were collecting toys to send to the town my husband grew up in, so that those kids get to have Christmas morning. It's always good to see the good that comes out of these situations, to see the good side of humanity and people helping each other and caring about each other, which is what this time of year is supposed to be about. No matter your belief or faith or anything, the spirit of this time of year is one of giving and of love, and I feel like helping each other out. So it's always good to see. Due to those storms, we did not have internet for 5 days. Oh no. So because the main hub for our internet comes out of Mayfield, which is the town that was hit the hardest. So it took a while because they had to clear the area. Like the National Guard Armory had to let people back in, then, or not Armory, but the National Guard had to let people back in once it was safe. Then they had to get electricity established, and once electricity was established, they could fix the connections. Once they had the connection reestablished, then we were good to go again. It was really funny because my son, of course, was bored to death. What can we do? We have no Wi-Fi. The world is over. And I, in such a silly manner, suggested playing with his toys. But I showed him, hey, this thing we have over here holds DVDs. Those are what we watched before we had streaming. So they watched some DVDs, and by the end of the 5 days, my son was like, you know, it's good that the electricity went out, because that let me watch some of these DVDs. I said, you know, the electricity does not have to be out to watch the DVDs. We own them. They're here all the time. You can watch them anytime that you want to. So that was funny. It made me laugh. So we have been, that set me back from getting a video made last week, and then we've just been busy. It's that busy holiday season. So this is the first, well, it's not the first opportunity I've had, but it's the first opportunity that I've had and felt up to it. I've just been worn out. Felt like not doing anything, you know, playing on my computer or something. I'm playing Minecraft. I mean, you know, something that doesn't require energy put forth for me. But I'm finally able to do it. Yay! So, here we are in front of my pretty tree. And there's my village. And I'm going to make like a little montage video of my decorations. It's going to be photos of the decorations because I took photos when the house was cleaned up for all my in-laws to come over. And I don't feel like re-cleaning every last part that I don't want seen. So you're gonna get a video with photos. Words are not coming to my brain tonight. So I'm going to make a little montage video of photos of all of my Christmas decorations for you to see, and I will put that in right here. So in that video, you saw a lot of my decorations, not everything. I have lots of little things here, there, and everywhere. There are several things that my grandmother, I talked about last week, or last time I mentioned my grandmother, who also really loved Christmas and decorated a lot for Christmas. And before she passed away, my aunts and my grandfather had gone through all of her Christmas decorations because it had been 8 years since she'd been able to decorate. She'd been in an assisted living facility after a stroke for all that time. And, you know, she was never going to be able to come back home and decorate for Christmas. So they got out all the Christmas decorations, and, you know, the girls got what they wanted. And then my dad and their brother went through it and got what they wanted, and the grandkids got to go through it and get what we wanted. So I have several things of hers that I remember very fondly, her having at her house at Christmas every year, that I now have in different places around my house. So I love seeing those items. In one of the photos in that little montage, I like that word for some reason tonight, you saw my table, the dining room table that had 1.5 tons of salt and pepper shakers on there. I don't know, you may or may not have realized what all those little things were, but it's a bunch of salt and pepper shakers. And I thought I would show you what I think is my favorite set, and then a new set that I got this year. I've been collecting them for a few years. It's really fun. My husband's been getting me a new one every year for a while, and when I got them all out this time, he was like, "Oh, you really have a lot now." Okay, that's a lot. That makes me think I might not get any more next year. Because I'm out of table space. I remember the last time we had Christmas with my in-laws over here, they sat down at the table and they were like, "Do you like salt and pepper shakers? Which one of these has salt in it?" None of them. Here's the ones with actual salt and pepper. And I've seen ones, there's some on Amazon that I always see, but I've never actually gotten them for myself. They're clear and they're like domes. I think they're domes. But they're clear, and inside one is, I think, a cactus, and that's the pepper shaker because the pepper's brown, like a desert. And then the other one, there is a fir tree, like an evergreen tree of some sort, and that's for the salt because it looks like it's in snow. I don't know why, but that popped in my head. So there you go. ADHD. Woohoo! All right, so here is the new set that I got this year from my husband. I do think he got this at Cracker Barrel. And it's a little horse and the Christmas tree and the sleigh. Aren't they cute? I thought those were super cute. So that's my new ones that I got this year. And then these I got, I don't know if it was last Christmas or the Christmas before. Last Christmas my husband had COVID, so things run together. But I think I have a memory of getting these from my mom sitting in her living room. So that would have been the year before, because we didn't get to do that last year. She literally brought the kids presents, well, and ours too. And she stood outside we stayed in the house, and she brought them all and set them on the steps. And then she backed up out of the garage, and we came outside and got them, and the kids opened them where she could see. And before we went outside, like, she'd come up to the door, and, like, I have a picture of the kids squatted down with her through the door waving. Our little COVID Christmas last year. If you're dealing with that this year, I'm sorry. Anyway, I digress. I think this is my favorite set. Ooh, wash them out. I'm sorry, Claudia, did that bother you when I said ooh? It's a little set of deer, and they're all vintagey. Look at that sweet deer. And then I also, as you would have seen in the pictures, have tons of snow globes. That's another thing that I've collected. I haven't gotten a new snow globe in a while, actually, but my favorite, I think this one's my favorite. I have a lot that I really like. And it's funny because this one I actually bought myself when I was buying Christmas gifts for the kids, because it was like a really cheap add-on, and then I ended up loving it. It was this Mickey and Minnie from 2015. It was like the Shop Disney. Oh, look, they're ice skating. It was like on the Disney website. 2015, 6 years ago. So Reagan, was this the year of all the princesses, or was this the year of all the Toy Story? No, Toy Story was a birthday. This must have been the year of all the princesses. I had found really good deals, really good timing, and so she got tons and tons and tons of Disney princess dolls. And I was also shopping for my mom and both of my in-laws. They do that. They send me, my mom doesn't anymore now. The kids are a little older. But they'll send us some money and say, hey, go pick out what they want, because it's easier. You know what this Minecraft thing is. I have no idea. But, so, that was like a little, I think it was $5 or something like that. But it's a cute little add-on. Isn't it pretty? I love it. And now I would like to say a humongous, giant thank you to XrossStitch. I know a lot of you are here because a couple of weeks ago he gave me a shout out in the under 1,000 subs club when I had shown my husband Snoopy stocking and mentioned that I needed to show it to Chris. And I was giddy. I ran and I showed my husband. I'm like, look, I know you don't know who this person is, and this means nothing to you, but look, he's talking about me. I was so excited. And my husband was like, that's okay. I know that you know who he is, and it's a big deal to you. So thank you to all of you who came over and subscribed, and even if you haven't subscribed but you're watching this, thank you just for coming by and checking it out. And thank you, Chris. I know I put this on your most recent video, but thank you for being you. You bring a lot of joy to a lot of people, and you're why I started doing FlossTubes. I learned about it, I looked it up, thought it was a cool thing, and then I was watching your videos, and actually I was binging them. And I was like, this guy's the best. Look at how awesome this community is. Look at all these people who are so kind to each other. I need this in my life. So you always say in your videos that, you know, you needed this community and you needed us, but a lot of us needed you too. And that's where I'm going to stop before I pull a Chris and start crying. But thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. One thing that I had not even thought about, but we were at my mom's tonight doing our Christmas with her, and I saw a previous finish that I'd completely forgotten about. I will insert it here. And this is called Starlight Snowman, and it is by Stony Creek, from the Stony Creek collection, from this book called Holly Jolly Christmas. So, yes, it's missing. So, this piece I did for my mom as a Christmas gift, and Mom said she's very behind on my FlossTubes, but she was being very, when I told her I was going to show it, she was like, "No, I'm the one that put in that red bird. No, it's not an actual cardinal, but that is a red bird, and I put that on there because I couldn't find one when I made it. So, Mom, you get the credit for that." But I saw that and I was like, oh yeah, I need to take pictures of this and show it as a previous finish. As I said, it's from the Stony Creek collection from this book, Holly Jolly Christmas. I think it was 2002 is what I saw earlier. And I had, look, this is classic cross-stitcher. I didn't get it finished by our Christmas thing that year, so I just cut it out. And I gave her the picture and said, I owe you this picture. And I do have this, actually, I guess that's a whip. That I had started this one. And then just fell off from working on it. I mean, years and years ago, back when I first bought this. I don't know that I'll finish it now either. It's kind of not my thing now. We'll see. Anyway, so I saw that at my mom's and I was like, well, there's something to show the FlossTubes. Now on to 2 FFOs. I have shown you my progress on Merry Christmas 2020 from Hello from Liz Matthews. And I had been showing you my progress on the 2, and I don't have them in my possession anymore. They've been gifted, but I did take pictures before I gifted them so that you could see them. So I'm going to enter the pictures here. I put them on sticky board, and then I took the fabric that I had previously shown you that I bought at Joann's, and I'd wrapped that on another board, and I used pom-pom trim that I also bought at Joann's to glue around the edges in between those 2 layers. And then I saw this on Elizabeth Ann Stitch, sticky backed velvet. I found that I got it on Amazon. And so when you flipped the piece over, it just covered that whole back almost. I trimmed it a little so it was a little smaller. Then I didn't have to worry about making the back look real neat because I could just slap that over it and cover it and not have to worry about like glue or anything. That was really easy way to do that. I highly recommend doing that. I'm gonna definitely be doing that in the future with some ornaments that I'll make and things like that. So that was it turned out really cute. And my sisters-in-law really loved them. They were very excited to get them. So that was good. Then I had a UFO. That means unfinished object that's not gonna get finished. My secret stitching for my husband, the Jim Shore Santa, gift-bearing Santa. I was busting my tail trying to get it done so that he could have it for Christmas. And here it is. I got all of the stitching done. went to start the beads and realized, well, I kept thinking it looked a little sparse. I mean, obviously there's the spots where the beads are going to go, but other than that, it was looking a little sparse. Thought something didn't seem quite right. I used 2 strands instead of 3 for the entire thing. All the stitching is done. Wrong. And I mean, I could go with it, but I want it to look nice, and I don't like the sparseness. It needs the extra strand. So this is going to get UFO'd, and I will get some perforated paper and redo it before next year. And I knew when I was getting close to the end and still had this much thread left, I was like, something's not right. Why do I have this much thread? But I was just so focused, hyper-focused. There's another ADHD thing. I was so focused on getting it done in time to give it to him that I just kept trucking. So that's a UFO. It's gonna go bye-bye. Oh, and if you're wondering, this particular one's not made anymore, but this is from 31. It was a zipper pouch, large zipper pouch. It was a thermal, but it was one that I had. I was like, well, that's perfect for a small project. So then after my UFO, I did have a finish. Dun, 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 dun. And that finish is on the Frosted Pumpkin Stitchery Christmas goodies. I was hoping to FFO it, but it's just, things have been too busy. So it hasn't happened yet. It'll happen. Eventually. That's my motto. So, there we are. And this is done on a 32 count even weave Murano car in the color Ice, a very, very light blue, which is why I did some backstitching. So, oh my goodness, I need a board. I think I'd figured this out by now. So, we talked about how I was going to backstitch around milk so that it would show up. I decided I needed some extra backstitching as well. I backstitched around these so that I could do them in white because they're supposed to look like little candy cane stripes. So I did backstitching in those colors, and then on like a couple of presents I backstitched around the bows. I backstitched around the white on the stocking just to make it pop out a little bit so you could actually see those details. And it calls for a couple of little buttons right here for these 2 chocolate chip cookies, but I just kind of made some up and put them there. So that's how it turned out. I'm pretty happy with it. I like it. I think it's super cute. I love all their little smiles. They're so cute. So there is a finish. And then let's see what is next. All right, so let's look at one new start that I had. That was one of these. Now, I had started this one, and I still haven't finished it yet because I want to find, I want to get the right color for that cat. But then I've started now on this one, the Accident-Free Days. And, oops. I've made a lot of progress on it. So that's where we are. So it needs, the rest of the tree and then the tree filled in. And then there will be a little holly that matches that one up there. And this is very, very true. These kittens, they're almost adults now. When cats hit 1, they're adults, in case you don't know about cat age. But this has been the position my son's Christmas tree has been in twice. Kids both have smaller trees in their rooms with different ornaments on it. And my son, I had bought him a Mandalorian helmet, and when the Cleo knocked it over, it broke it, and he was so sad. I was still in bed, but my husband said he had gone back to take a shower. He came out of our bedroom to our son, like, just sitting in the hallway, just sobbing. And so he did end up he went to Hobby Lobby to try to find the same one, and it's long gone. But he did find at Walmart a different one of the Mandalorian holding the child, and my son was elated. My husband is amazing like that. So thankfully that was solved, and thankfully this morning we avoided another breakage because she knocked it down again today. So my son is now keeping his bedroom door closed like my daughter does. She keeps her door closed all the time so they can't come destroy stuff. Oh, and this is on, I think it's a 28 count casual linen, and it's one that I got at Hobby Lobby. And the threads are all the called for threads, except for I used DMC Diamant for that gold star. So yeah. Then my other whip, if you've seen my Instagram, then you've seen all there is to see. It's not gotten any other love since that update. But this is my Barbara Anna Sal, Christmas Sal for this year. I finished all of part 1. Yay! And I was going to start on part 2, but then I got going on the accident-free days, and just kept trucking. So there's where we are. It's really pretty, and I've seen some people who actually have finished the whole thing, and it's gorgeous. It's a gorgeous pattern, so I'm really excited to finish it. And it is Christmas, but the trees are not overly Christmassy colors, and the whole thing's in these kind of pinks and slightly purplish grays. It's really wintry, so I might keep it out and put it up for the whole winter. We shall see. So, as I said, I haven't had a huge amount of time to work on things, so that's all that I've gotten done since I saw you last. But I only had a tiny amount of haul until I went to my mom's. But first I'll show you what I had gotten. So I had gotten some flosses that I needed for Barbara Anna and for the Stitching with the Housewives and To All a Good Night, because I'm still planning on starting that at some point and working on it through the year. They smell like this air freshener my mom gave me. It must be on something in this. Oh, I bet I know what it's on. I'm going to take that out of there so it doesn't get on this other stuff. Then also, while at Hobby Lobby and thinking about finishing Into All a Good Night, I'm going to just try to find some kind of wood piece on sale at some point. And, I can cover whatever design is on there. But I'm likely going to have to get something that's a little longer than the piece is going to be. So I got some of these little felt snowflakes and little Christmas trees, just because they had them, and I know how that goes. Once Christmas is over and the closer I got to Christmas, I wouldn't be able to find them. And then if I finish this like in the middle of the year, I'm not going to find little pieces like that for finishing if I need them then. So I went ahead and grabbed that then. Then I also got, you can hear them, some, this is not a cat toy. Both of the cats started staring at me. So I got some little red and green jingle bells and some multicolored jingle bells to make some scissor fobs. I haven't made any more since I did the ones for that giveaway last time. But I was thinking that like the multicolored, that would be a cool little fob any time of year. So I might go ahead and make up a couple of those and try to prepare a few things in case we keep creeping towards that 500 mark, because at 500 I feel like I have to do something. So we'll do some kind of giveaway at 500 if we if we find more people who want to hang out with us. More of us weirdos.
Weirdos.
My daughter used to get so mad when I would call her a weirdo when she was young. But I told her, I said, I'm a weirdo. She was like, what? Yes. I said, everybody on this planet is a weirdo in some way. Life is just easier if you accept you're weird and embrace it now. You're gonna have friends who accept you for you and love you for you, and you're just gonna enjoy life because it's gonna be more fun, and you're not gonna waste time trying to do a song and dance and be somebody that you're not. I feel like she's embracing it. She's definitely her own person. And yeah, so when I say weirdos, that's a good thing. Basically is what I'm trying to say. So anyway, then tonight we went to my mom's and did our Christmas with her. And she's gonna give me money, which she still gave me some money. But she also likes to always have things for us to open. And I told her, hey, these websites, a lot of them have wish lists. So I can make you a wish list and send it to you, and you can just order whatever you want to off of that. So I got on 1-2-3-Stitch and just made a wish list full of stuff. Some of it was bigger stuff, some of it was smaller stuff. It was way more than I knew she would be giving me for Christmas, but I figured, that way she could make it work however she needed to make it work. So I got several things from my wish list tonight. It was exciting. So the first thing I got, one of the things I got, the first thing I want to show you, is this needle minder from My Big Toe Designs. Isn't it pretty? A little hummingbird. I love a hummingbird. So, I love hummingbirds. I saw that one, I was like, yep. And I also got, let's see. Oops. I got these sulkies. I'm very excited. These are my first sulkies, and I will I'll show you in plans what these are going to be used for. But these are my first silkies, so I'm a little worried I'm going to get spoiled. But I'm super excited to give these a shot. That'll be fun. And then I got this is Mystic from Picture This Plus in a 28 count casual. Isn't that pretty? And this is the color, the fabric that was called for the new Santa. I'll put it up here. The new Santa that Autumn Lane Stitchery released. I thought he was super, super cute. And he will get stitched at some point. And so I went ahead and ordered that. And it's not as navy. It's more the brighter blue eyes like it was showing a minute ago. But, it is navy, but don't listen to me. I can't talk right now. But, so I grabbed that. Of course, it could end up getting used for something else before I get to that. But I have it on hand. And then this, the Ever Discussed by the Steel City Stitchers, Mushroom Lugana. Now, I got 28 count, and it's a 1/4 yard, This is an 1/8 and this one's the 1/4. I picked that one out just because it can be used for so many different things. It's a good neutral that I can use on lots of different projects, whatever comes up that I might want to use it on. So, because I have 0 fabric stash other than white ivory and black Ada, and I don't have a ton of that. So I don't have any like of the prettier. This is my first nice dyed fabric like this. I don't have a lot of the other kind of basic even weaves. Then I also got from my mom, Let's Talk Spring from Hands On Design. It's so cute. Sorry, I was just reading it again. I got distracted. So that one's super cute. I love that one. I'm going to do all of these at some point. We're working our way there. Well, we're not yet, but we will be. Then this one. Okay, this designer. A lot of this is in French. The last time I took French was in 1st grade, and I graduated high school over 20 years ago, so it's been a hot minute. But it's Les Petites Croix de Lucie. It's the vintage collection, and this one is called Be Mine. It says the designer is Ekaterina Tchaikovskaya. I think I said that right. Tchaikovskaya. I don't know. I'm putting the emphasis on the wrong syllable, but you get the point. How cute is that? It's just so... I want to eat them up. Is that not the cutest thing you've ever seen? And there's her website right there. And I went and looked real quick before I started filming, and she has some really cute freebies on there. So I'm going to get back on there later and download some stuff. But she has several different vintage things like this that I have on my wish list. She has some Christmas ones. She has some Halloween ones. They're so cute. I can't remember how big this one will be. Hold on, let me look. Sorry. Now I have to see. But if you're wondering, there is English on here. Let's see. It says it's a 96 by 100 on a 32 count. So that's not too big. I mean, it's not tiny, but it's not too big. So, isn't that cute? Super, super cute. Which on here, it's not on even weave. It's on Ada. But there you go. I'll put that back in there later, so you don't have to sit here and listen to it. Oh, and then I almost forgot the other thing. Then she also, sorry, she also got me the complete set of the scroll frames from Frank A. Edmonds. I have one of the scroll frames, and they're the split rail scroll frames. I have one set. But this, well, that's just like the two bars. But this one comes with the ones to do, you can do 6, there's the 6 inches and 9 inches on the side. And you can do 12, 18, and 24 inch in the length. So, that will give me more to use, because my one is in use, and it will give me size options so I can put them together in whatever way works best for the piece I'm working on. So I'm excited about those, because I have found with some, especially like some linens, I like that scroll frame because I can just, which I know I can adjust in a Q-snap, but it's so easy to get loose again in a Q-snap, and it's harder to get loose again in that. So I've enjoyed doing linen on that because I've found that I like my linen taut so that I have the correct tension. Otherwise, I'm scared it's going to get all wobbly and too floppy for me to find where I need to go next. I also got, I'm excited, I got in on the Black Needle Society's Summer in Stars Hollow box. I'm excited. I love the Gilmore Girls. I've watched the whole thing through several times. Love Gilmore Girls. Team Jess, FYI. But so, and I wasn't around the FlossTube community in time to know about the Autumn in Stars Hollow. I think when I started watching FlossTube, it was about a couple of weeks before people were doing the virtual retreat. So I learned about it then, and I was like, well, I have to do this thing. And that's what my mother-in-law gave us all our Christmas money early so we could buy what we wanted. And that's what I bought with my Christmas money. So thank you, mother-in-law. And I also got the pattern for the stitch for autumn. And I picked up a couple of things from the autumn box that I really liked. They'll get here whenever they get here, because I don't think they're sending out orders like that until after the new year, after they've had their break. Which is perfectly fine by me, because we all need a break. I don't need those things right now anyway. Then I also signed up, I bought a sow that I'd heard about from some people on Bendy Stitchies, on Michelle's Twitch stream. It's the What Does Not Kill Us sow. I think the name on it, the official name on it, is Victorian Toxic Plants Mystery Sow. So here is the picture from the Etsy listing. It's black work, and I love the feel that this is giving, so I think it's going to be really cool. I love plants, and I like creepy things. So I think this is going to be a lot of fun. And this sow goes on for a really long time, so it's going to be a lot of fun, I think. I think it's going to be really cool. So that one will be fun to do. So, plans for those who maybe have not seen, or even if you have, here's your reminder. My birthday is coming up in January. On January 13th will be my birthday. And for my birthday start, I am going to be doing Birds to the Boughs by Lindy Stitches. And I have, as I've said before, at that point you had time to get your stuff beforehand. You might still have time now. It depends on how backed up people are. I mean, you can definitely get the PDF. You can get the PDF the day you want to start. But as far as supplies go. And this one, like I said, I'll be starting on January 13th. And this is a big if, because I am planning to start streaming on Twitch at some point in the new year, hopefully early in the new year, like early January. If I have all my stuff together and have it figured out and have the equipment, I might try to do a Twitch stream on my birthday to start this and just work on it for a few hours and hang out. We'll see. Because, like I said, I don't know if I'm going to have what I need yet. I've got to order a camera and a mic and stuff. So, we'll see. But if you would like to join those of us, because there are a few who are joining, or if you just would like to follow along with those of us who are doing it, the hashtag is going to be Micah's B-Day Sal. I'll put it down here. And yeah, I'm excited about that. Then, when we're talking plans, some of my Christmas stuff that has started or haven't started but wanted to will be worked on throughout the year. The same will go with some of my Halloween things that I have not worked on since October. Those are going to get pulled back in. I'm going to finish up my Death is a Dialogue by Lindy Stitches from Black Sampler November. That won't take very long to finish. And then I have a few things that are either kitted or almost kitted that I'm going to be starting soon. One of those is hands-on design. Let's talk winter. You might remember, if you've been watching for a while, I got this when I went to for my first visit at my LNS, my local needle shop, called Stitchers in Memphis. And my husband was with me, and he had noticed these and thought they were super cute. He didn't use the word super cute, but you know what I mean. He liked them. So I was like, well, if you like those, then let's do those. And so I'm going to start with winter, and we'll go from there. As you saw, I have spring now. And then I showed you these sulkies that I got. Well, these are specific colors for something else you've seen before. That is Cleocatra from Bendy Stitchy. And this was a Expo release. And I got it when she released it. I'd pre-ordered it because she's asleep now, so I'm not going to go wake her up. But if you have seen my cat Cleo, her full name is actually Cleocatra. So when I saw Michelle share this on her FlossTube, I said, well, I mean, it has to happen. I can't have a cat whose name is Cleocatra and not Stitch her namesake. It must be done. But the only thing is Claudia, I want to do something for Claudia, and she's sweet. She's not like a Claudia, even though that's how her name is spelled, like Claudia. And I just noticed we've hit that point in the video where my light starts to fade. Fun times. Maybe I should invest in another light as well. But, so yeah. So that's what that's going to be for. I'm excited to do that. I also still have kitted up the Office Stitch that I got a while back. I have the needlebook kit from Lindy Stitches, the Ravens Shiny Things. That's what it's called. Because that was a kit, so that's ready to go. So yeah, I've got a lot of things that I can work on. And a lot of things, floating around in my head that I'd like to do. So we'll see what happens when. But yeah, so those are my plans. And I'm really excited on January 8th. If you are in West Tennessee or close to Memphis, you don't even have to be West Tennessee, just close to Memphis, Zan from Crazy Man Lady Stitches and Sarah from Memphis Sarah E, both here on FlossTube and on Instagram, they have organized a stitching day at Stitchers on January 8th. And I cannot remember the times right now, but if you are in our 901 Stitchers group on Facebook, the details are all in there. And if you're not, but you are a Stitcher from the area, please come join the 901 Stitchers Facebook group. I'm really looking forward to that, to get to hang out and stitch. And I don't know what the rest of that sentence was going to be. Can you tell I'm tired? I look more tired now that my light's out. My bags show up more. Oh yeah, and I have to show you this shirt before we go. Season's greetings from Dunder Mifflin Paper Company. It's the best. Oh, and now my light just quit altogether. That's fun. Let me recharge it and finish the video. Hi again. Okay, now we're all recharged and ready to go. But so I've talked about the cotton video. That is still coming. I think I've got everything ready to do that. I'll just need to sit down and do it. Obviously, I knew this video was going to be too long to put it on here. So hopefully I'll get that one made soon. I won't be back with another FlossTube most likely until January. I'm not sure which day in January, because we have Christmas obviously coming up, and then my husband runs a youth retreat over New Year's weekend. So we will be busy prepping for that and then doing that, and then the kids will be getting started back in school as soon as we get back. So at some point in there is when I'll be back. We'll figure out when that's gonna be. Who knows? But yeah, so oh yeah, I wanted to tell you all about some of the Christmas stuff we've been doing. We went to Nashville earlier this week to go to the Opryland Hotel. It's a Gaylord property. If you've ever seen those, they have some really cool properties. They had a new thing this year for the movie Elf. It was like an interactive experience where you went to rooms that were like sets from the movie almost, and you had to help save Christmas, and you had to do some different things. Some of them have like interactive games and things. You had to do stuff to help save Christmas. It was super cute and really fun. And then we went over to the hotel and walked around and looked at the lights and all of that. Justin and I have been doing that. We started doing that the first year we were dating. I took him up to Middle Tennessee to meet my dad's side of the family, and I was like, hey, let's go over and look at the lights. They're really pretty. We can go over to the mall and do some shopping to get Christmas gifts, and we loved it, and we went back every single year until we'd had both the kids, and it was just too much to deal with the two tiny ones and all of that. That was before my anxiety was diagnosed, and I would have like panic attack just about. So the last few years we've been going to Zoo Lights at the Memphis Zoo, which is great also. But when I saw they were doing the elf thing, I was like, well, now they've got something a little different we haven't done. It would be fun to go back. The kids are a little older. Harrison doesn't even remember going before. So that was a whole lot of fun to do. And then we got to see some friends we haven't seen in years on Tuesday. And we got to take the kids to meet Santa. And lots of fun stuff. Tomorrow, which will be Christmas Eve, well, technically it's today because it is after midnight now, but tomorrow, so for Christmas Eve, we will just hang out around the house. We'll bake sugar cookies for Santa, and I will make some hot chocolate, like homemade, creamy, very bad for you, but very yummy hot chocolate. It's crock pot hot chocolate I found on Pinterest, and it is so good. But I will make up some hot chocolate, and then we will go ride around town and look at Christmas lights. It's kind of our Christmas Eve tradition to go. We get it on our Christmas PJs. We get matching PJs, and we get them on, and we load up, and we drive around and look at lights all around town. And then when we come home, we read It was the night before Christmas. And then the kids go to bed. And also on Christmas Eve, we always watch Elf at some point. And my father-in-law comes and stays the night with us, and hangs out with us on Christmas morning, watches the kids open their gifts and see what they got from Santa and all of that fun stuff. So, and then Christmas Day we go see family. We go to my grandmother's on my mom's side, and then we go to my dad's house for a little while, and then we come home and we crash. But, so it's going to be a fun couple of days. I hope that you have someone to be with, whether it be family or friends, your chosen family. Someone to just celebrate the good things with. And I hope that you can stay healthy and stay safe and just enjoy the rest of the season while it's here. I don't get to have fairy lights all over my house all year long. And of course I hope you get some fun stitching time too. If you have questions or comments or anything, put those down in the comments section, and I will answer any questions you have. I always read your comments and try to answer back. Oh, I do think I just remembered there are a couple of comments from a few videos ago that I haven't answered. I need to go back and do that. But I love seeing your comments. If you've worked on any of these projects, I'd love to know about it. And I know something that I always love hearing, what people's Christmas traditions are. If you have certain traditions that you do every year, what are your traditions? Please put those in the comments. I love to hear people's traditions because they're always so specific to each family, but at the same time there's always some common threads in there, and I think it's fun to hear about. But I think that is everything. So I'll be back sometime at the beginning of January. Hope to have the cotton video ready for you soon. And yeah. But I hope you have a great Christmas, and we will see you in the new year. So Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. Bye.